Well, hello, croeso cynnes, very warm welcome. First of all, I'd like to say a big thank you for buying one of my wreath kits. This is something totally new that I haven't done before, of actually providing kits for Christmas and for you having a go. So I hope you really enjoy. So you've received your kit and obviously the code for doing this. So the first thing you need to do is to take everything out of your box and just place it all in little bundles, because I always find this is a lot easier to work. The next thing you might want to do is to get maybe something down on the table, newspaper or something that'll make it easy for you to clean up afterwards. And the third, and possibly the most important, you need to get yourself a drink, whether it's a cup of tea, glass of wine or gin, whatever you fancy. That always helps, I think. Put the music on, maybe something a little bit Christmassy, and just get some of your tools as well. I've just got scissors to cut things. So once you've got all that ready, you can start. So as you can see, you have got a wreath ring, and I've been busy and I've actually mossed this for you, so that makes a lot less mess for you and it's a good start. Now I've got this wire which is on which is attached. As you can see, what I need to do is in the back of it you need to attach it to the wire. So just attach it and just go around just a couple of times so that it's nice and secure, and you can pop it down on the table. Now I'm going to adjust this just a tiny bit. You won't be able to see me and my lovely hat, but more importantly you can see what I'm doing. So what I have got is quite a bit of this nice spruce, really nice smelling, and there's a bit of pine. So you can take away a little bit of what's at the bottom, and this can be inserted into the moss, as you can see, and a bit of pine on top, and maybe a little bit this sort of lilandy type thing. It can either go into the moss or just really close to the moss. And then with your wire, once you've put a few in, you can just go round it fairly firm about twice. And as you can see, that's the start of your wreath. So really, I really like to start with a bit of greenery, and again maybe a little bit more of difference of textures. So that's ivy that I've just put in. This is a little bit of eucalyptus. I just poke that into the moss. Once I've got, say, about 3 stems or 4, either on top of it or inserted into the moss, I come with my wire on a reel and I just go around it about twice to make it secure. So really, you just need to continue this really. So I like a fair amount of spruce because it's a nice filler. It also gives a good shape. Also, I like to put sort of some interesting things into it as well. It's nice berries. I've got a few things in there. Go around it twice. And I mean, you might be charging ahead, or you might want to stop and pause and do a little bit and then come back to it. So you can do this at your leisure, but really you just, what you want to do is just have different textures. Two of them together. Just hold that up for you to see. So you can see I'm sort of building it up really. A bit more spruce again. This is quite weird actually doing it. I'm thinking you're going to be there in your homes all doing it, maybe in groups. Or maybe on your own, but you're going to show your friends later. Now this is quite pretty, skimmier. Show you there. As you can see, I'm removing the bottom bits because it does make it easier to pop them in. I've got some little twig bits with cones on here. I mean, what's quite funny is that everybody who makes wreaths, they will make them, doesn't matter what material you've got, but they'll all be different. Because everybody's style is different, really. It could be messy or you like things really neat. Some holly to go with my ivy. Pop a little bit more in and I can show you again. Now I've got some cones here as well, and I'll just show you how to actually wire them. So around the bottom bit, you need to put the wire, and then you put it at the bottom and you bring the wires together and you twist. There we go, you got it on a leg then. So you can insert that into your wreath, and the wire will have gone the other side, so you just need to bend the wire back into the moss, into the wreath. So you can see. So as you're going along, you can turn your wreath a little bit as you're doing it. I really like these. More buried ivy there. We've got a bit more berries. You can see it's quite good to actually, before you start to put things in little bunches, so you know where things are with you. I like this too. Yeah. Another little cone on a wire. That's going in and returning it. Put a little bit of this in earlier. It's asparagus fern and it's just had sort of sprayed, it has been. It does come off a little bit on your hands, but when you wash them it will come off. Just adds a little bit of sort of luxury feel to it, really. These cones. So really, you just pick up just a mixture and just keep on going, really. A little bit of spruce, a little bit of lilandy, a little bit of pine, something a bit interesting, like the skimmia. We're about 3/4 of the way around now. Should have music as well, shouldn't I? I guess you might have music on. Can't have music and you have music on as well. That's eucalyptus. See, it's really coming. Put that there. Just keep on going. Funny, I am actually smiling, but you can't see that clear. Holly. Another cone in. And this needs to be kept somewhere cool then once you've done it. I mean, it can go inside or outside a porch, but really you don't want it to go inside where it's going to have a lot of central heating and it dries up. The moss will actually keep all the materials going. How is yours looking then? I'd love to actually see yours. But I guess I can. If you send me a little photo, or if you want to share it on Instagram or Facebook, you are really welcome. It would be lovely to see. I'm just going to add a little bit more of berries. A bit more of the skimmia now. into the bottom bit. I think I'll add another little cone into it, stand back sometimes and just have a little look at how it's looking, and it's all quite even. Another cone going in. Just go around once or twice again, just with the wire quite tightly. At the very end, you need to pull the wire a little bit and make it a little bit longer, so then you can actually put the wire round and round the main frame so that it keeps it all together. Just want to, so you can see me a bit more. Okay, so that is the main bit of the wreath. What's here hanging? So you can see. And your next bit is, I have provided you with a bow. So you can leave it as it is, or you can place a bow at the top or at the bottom, whatever you want to do. There's a wire attached to it. So a little bit like when you put the cones in, you insert it right into it and then you return the wire back into the moss. So have a little look to see where there may be a little bit where you don't mind that it's going to cover a bit. I think I'll put mine at the bottom. Mine just there. And as you can see, I've inserted it into it, pull it really quite tight, and then I insert the wire back into the moss. Just like so. And then you need to get a little bit of string. And what you need to do is work out that opposite your bow is the top bit here, and you need to get the little bit of string into that bit there, so that you're actually able to hang this. You can see what I've just done. So you need to thread it through and then to tie a knot. So it's ready then to go on your door. I've got this sort of like plastic section that I've bought that I can put onto a glass bit of my door, and then it just stays there quite well. I think you can get sort of like hooks and all sort of different things, but these section things works well. I'm hoping to buy a new one in B&Q if I can. But anyway, that is my traditional red door wreath. I really hope you've enjoyed making it. If I'm sure you've sort of paused it and then done a little bit more and come back to it. But however you've made it, I really hope you've enjoyed, and please send me photos of you making yours or the finished article. Thank you, and can I wish you a happy Christmas. Nadolig llawen. Diolch.